I want Jason and Jason's family to know that Jason will not be forgotten as long as there's a breath of life in me.
Tonight, a personal plea from the widow of an officer ambushed and killed as the investigation into his death continues.
It's a tough time, but we're trying to get by day.
A Nicholasville police officer who died in a car accident in March is honored tonight at a Legends game.
It's called one of the largest bourbon heists in history, and today some people charged in this case faced a judge.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for watching. It's been almost 2 years since a Nelson County woman lost her husband, and police still don't know who killed him. Bardstown police officer Jason Ellis was gunned down during an ambush on the Bluegrass Parkway. Today, Kentucky State Police released a video of Ellis's wife, Amy, asking for anyone with information to step forward. Our Garrett Weimer is in Bardstown talking to those impacted by Ellis just days from the anniversary of his death. He has our top story at 11.
A memorial sits somberly off exit 34, near the spot where Officer Jason Ellis was murdered. On the streets of Bardstown, you'll find memorials too, in perhaps unlikely places. A barbershop window, a person's wrist, a store wall serving as a touching tribute.
This wall will be here till the day I draw my last breath.
All signs this still hurting small town still searches for answers.
I want Jason and Jason's family to know that Jason will not be forgotten as long as there's a breath of life in me.
As the anniversary nears, still without any answers, Officer Ellis's widow is now making a personal plea for help solving the case. In a new video from Kentucky State Police, Amy Ellis asks anyone who knows something to come forward and help them heal.
Do not hide in the dark shadows any longer. Have the courage to help end this horror and show that justice can prevail.
Unanswered questions from the cold-blooded crime remain difficult for the community as well.
I might get a little impatient, but every once in a while I wonder if maybe one of the people that comes in the store is somebody that was involved with it.
2 years later, this community still seeks closure, even as its wound remains open. In Nelson County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
State police say the reward fund is now up to $185,000 for tips leading to an arrest and a conviction. It's been nearly 2 months since a Nicholasville police officer was killed in the line of duty. Officer Burke Rhodes died in a car crash near the Jessamine-Garrett County line back in March. But people in that community are making sure his memory lives on. They held a fundraiser tonight to help Rhodes' family. Monique Blair was at Whitaker Ballpark talking to people who knew him. It's a story that's new at 11.
But we're trying to get by day.
It's been a little more than 2 months since Nicholasville police officer Burke Rhodes was killed in a car accident while on duty.
Please welcome to the field his family as they honor his memory with a ceremonial first pitch.
At Friday night's Legends game, Officer Rhodes' wife Melissa stood on the mound with her 3 children as she threw out the first pitch.
38 miles an hour.
This was an opportunity for, again, the community to come out and support Officer Rhodes and his family.
More than 100 tickets were sold for the fundraiser tonight, and a portion of those proceeds will go directly to Officer Burke Rhodes' wife and 3 children. Officer Rhodes wasn't only a police officer, he was an Army veteran and a member of the police department's honor guard.
And he did several of these last year with us because he loves community and he loves the things that goes on.
Friday night's fundraiser was just one of the ways Officer Rhodes' friends and family plan to keep his memory alive.
It's a healing process. I mean, every day we hope that we can just get a little better, but we're always going to remember Burke. We'll always keep him in our hearts and in our minds.
In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Rhodes was hit and killed on March 11th as he was driving to take a training course in Richmond. Search crews from 2 counties spent the afternoon on the Kentucky River. State police say they were hoping to find some new evidence in a murder case. They were searching under the US 25 bridge where Fayette and Madison counties meet. State police say they believe someone hid evidence there in connection to the death of Roy Combs. He was killed earlier this month in Clark County.
We don't know if the information we received is accurate. We don't know if it's correct, but we're hopeful it is. Because it will obviously provide great value to the investigation, as any piece of evidence does.
State police say they did find something of interest in the water, but it is unrelated to the Combs case. 5 people arrested in connection to a major bourbon theft ring out of Franklin County were in court today. Gilbert Kurtzinger, the alleged ringleader, his wife Julie, Joshua and Christopher Preston, along with Robert McKinney, were arraigned in circuit court on a charge of engaging in organized crime. Investigators say the 5 took more than $100,000 worth of bourbon stolen from Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey distilleries. Kurtzinger's attorney said she has concerns about some of the information in the case being made public.
Trying to preserve my client's right to a fair trial here in Franklin County.
Well, she, of course, is a very zealous advocate for her clients, and she's doing her job. And I have no doubt that the judges will appropriately handle any motions they'll be pending before the court.
2 other suspects, Ronnie Hubbard and Sean Ballard, have pled guilty to lesser charges and have agreed to testify against the others. A state senator accused of DUI has been acquitted of the charge, but a jury did convict Senator Brandon Smith of speeding. State police say a trooper pulled Smith over in January and smelled alcohol on his breath. Police say he failed a sobriety test. Smith said the situation has been hard on him and his family.
These people get behind computers and they say just anything they decide they want to do. And the thing about it is that you come into a setting like this and you hope, you have to trust in the system, and we trust in the system. We knew we were innocent of it. Today we got proven that.
Smith was told to pay a $40 fine and court costs for that speeding charge. We are off to a beautiful start for Memorial Day weekend. Plenty of sun and temperatures could reach the 80s. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking your weekend forecast. That's pretty much a beauty.
It is a beauty, at least for the majority of it. Both Saturday, Sunday looking really nice for you. But we will introduce a chance of showers and storms for you on Memorial Day itself. We look outside tonight, back toward downtown Lexington. Everything nice and calm. No major weather issues ongoing out there tonight. Currently in Lexington, we're down to 58 degrees. We're still seeing our winds come in out of the south, and that's going to really enhance our temperatures for us during the day tomorrow. So keep that in mind. We will jump back up the thermometer quite a bit. Already showing up in the low 50s in a couple of spots, mid 50s, upper 50s, and even a few locations still holding on to the 60-degree mark out in eastern Kentucky as you see defenders scanning the skies across central portions of Kentucky and basically all across eastern Kentucky as well. Showers coming together to our west. We don't worry about that little batch. That's not going to impact us at all. It's another system that we're rolling here for Memorial Day that will bring better chances of some showers and thunderstorms. I think we get up to around 85 degrees with a southwest wind around 15 to 20 miles per hour. This is for Memorial Day itself. Keep that in mind, too. But leading up to it, we are nice and dry. We will take a closer look and track the rain chances in here hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jim. A disaster recovery center in Franklin County will close this weekend. The center opened to help people after last month's storms caused severe damage. The Federal Emergency Management Agency says help is still available, though, for those who need it. Teams will work in storm-stricken areas and can help with mobile applications. The Franklin County Center will close at 6 tomorrow night. Memorial Day means it's time to take those boats out on the lake, but the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife wants to remind folks about staying safe on the water. Coast Guard officials say that 9 people died in boating accidents last year on Kentucky waterways. The Coast Guard says operator inattention, improper lookouts, operator inexperience, excessive speed, and alcohol use ranked as the top 5 primary contributing factors in accidents.
If you fall in a parking lot, you may lay there until somebody can help you up. If you fall into the water, you may just sink and not be found until it's too late.
The Coast Guard reports 21% of fatal boating accidents last year involved alcohol. It's one of the busiest travel days of the year, and the people in charge of state road projects are getting ready for more traffic this holiday weekend. Drivers should find it a little easier to get around the state. The state is suspending most road construction projects through the weekend. AAA predicts 37 million people will travel for the holiday weekend. 33 million are expected to drive to their destinations. Versailles is getting a new Kroger, and this one is expected to be the largest in Kentucky. Our partners at the Herald Leader report the store will be 133,000 square feet. Like the Kroger over on Euclid Avenue in Lexington, this one will have an expanded deli area and a 60-seat cafe. There will also be a Starbucks, cupcake bar, and little clinic. A Kroger spokesperson said the store's opening will create an additional 175 new jobs. The store is expected to open in Versailles on July 16th. A Lincoln County teenager says she is sorry. Coming up, find out how long she'll spend in prison for the death of her grandparents. And a group of Southern Kentucky students and their teachers is safe tonight. Why search crews spent the afternoon looking for them.